Hi there, Rhonda here with Rhonda's 2 Cents Worth. Welcome to the channel. Today is Thursday, February 19th, 2026, and I am at the Glenwood, Arkansas City Council meeting.
We're going to start a public meeting and then immediately we're going to go into the city council meeting after that. So let's go to word of prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and thank you for the opportunity you've given us to be alive and do things with you today. Help us conduct city business in a manner that's pleasing to you. These things we ask in your name. Amen. Flag back. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Chris?
Here.
Jimmy?
Here.
Johnny?
Here.
At this point in time, I'm turning the meeting over to Sarah. She is our city's attorney, and we have a public hearing, and she'll direct from here.
Hi, my name is Sarah Giammo. I'm an attorney at Friday, Eldredge and Clark. I'm serving as your bond counsel. Mayor, if you could just go ahead and declare the public hearing open.
I declare the public hearing open at this time.
So, the city is, borrowing money from the state. It's a program called the Revolving Loan Fund with the Arkansas Natural Resources Commission and the Arkansas Development Finance Authority. It's a loan in the amount of just over $4 million. It's for a sewer project. It's gonna be paid back with water and sewer revenues. And the public hearing is an opportunity for anyone that wants to speak for or against the bond issue.
Floor is open. And we had these meetings before 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
We had to have these meetings before we got to here, so this is just another meeting. This was all approved 2.5 years ago. All the work's done. This is really to approve all of
The
it
actual
tonight.
finance.
The actual finance is not. This isn't something that just jumped out. It's been going on for almost 3 years now. But if anybody's got any questions on it, the city engineer here and the attorney's here, and we'll answer any questions.
And then if no one wants to speak for or against the bond issue or has no questions, then you can close the public hearing.
Rick?
May as well. And it's paid back through the revenues. What if we can't pay the revenues?
So there's a rate covenant in the bond ordinance, so for every dollar that's spent on, principal and interest on the bonds, you gotta have $1 coming in. It's a 1-to-1 rate covenant. So if for some reason your rates dip below that point, then you have to increase them.
Okay.
But right now, your rates are such that there's no increase required in connection with
So
the
there's
bond.
not gonna be an increase once the bond's done?
That's
So
not
no.
right now, that's
Yeah,
right.
okay.
And, Natural Resource and Kopi, our gentleman that did our rates, all of the city's 605 work, said our rates are fine, and Natural Resource says our rates are fine. We're taking a 2% a year rate increase, and that will continue, because you got cost of everything going up. That's an ordinance that stands, and right now that is fine with everybody with our rates with this bond. We redid these bonds and refinanced the city and got in condition to do this 3 years ago because we knew these projects were coming, so. Everything, our actual rates have been in place for 3 years to do this. Any other questions? We need to make a motion or just close it?
Nope, you can just declare the public hearing closed.
I declare the public hearing closed at this time. Sarah, you're still up.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so there are 2 ordinances that are before you guys tonight. The first is a posting ordinance, and this is because the Glenwood Herald is no longer published in the city, so we've gotta have 5 locations where you post your ordinances after, they're adopted by the city council, and this ordinance sets forth those 5 locations, and let me remember what they are. The police department building, the library, the water and sewer office, Wright's Food Center, and Farmers Matrix. And if there are no questions or no discussion, then you could entertain a motion to suspend the rules requiring a reading on 3 different days and read the ordinance by title only.
That will be ordinance 2603.
I think so.
Yes, ma'am, that's 2603. And then how do you need to make the motion exactly, so we're legal?
A motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings on 3 separate days and read the ordinance by title only.
I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second.
roll call.
Chris? Yes. Jim?
Yes.
Johnny?
And then if you wanna read it by,
You'll read by title only?
Mr. Lenderman, if you wanna read it by title only, or I can read it by title only.
Why don't we let you, we'd love to have you read the title only.
Okay.
Yeah, you do, it's in your packet. Oh,
You got another one
the
in
next one down, you got 2 in there.
We're back up.
Yeah, they got backwards, but that's okay.
Okay, ordinance number 26-03, an ordinance designating places for the posting of ordinances, prescribing other matters related thereto, and declaring an emergency. And then
Now I need a motion
A
to,
motion to suspend the rules and place it on its second reading by title only.
I'll make that motion.
roll call.
Chris? Yes. Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Ordinance number 26-03, an ordinance designating places for the posting of ordinances, prescribing other matters related thereto, and declaring an emergency. And then if we can have a motion to suspend the rules and place it on its third reading by title only.
Make that motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Chris? Yes. Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
Ordinance number 26-03, an ordinance designating places for the posting of ordinances, prescribing other matters related thereto, and declaring an emergency. And then, of course, I'm happy to answer any questions, but if there's no discussion, if you could entertain a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Entertain a motion to adopt the ordinance.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Yes. Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
Okay, and then if we could have a motion to adopt, section 4, the emergency clause, and we want that ordinance to be effective tonight because you need to post these ordinances tomorrow.
Make that motion.
I'll second it.
Chris? Yes. Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
And somebody, you gotta go free there. I got one here.
I've got, yeah, I've got all here.
Yeah, I know.
The second ordinance that is before you is the bond ordinance. This is authorizing the issuance of the bond, and a bond is another name for a loan. If I could just kind of cover the highlights of it for a moment. The principal amount of the bond is gonna be $4,383,515. The interest rate, is 0.75%, and then you're also having to pay a 1% servicing fee to the state, so the total lending rate is 1.75%. 1.75, that's right.
Thank you.
If you'll turn with me to page 3, the top paragraph there, this kind of sets forth, how the payments work. So, after we close, which the closing date is set for March 31st, the following month, you'll start making interest payments. You'll have monthly interest payments until, February 1, 2029, and then on March 1, 2029, you'll start making principal and interest payments.
There's your copy, that doesn't have to be signed by anybody else.
And February 1, 2029 is the last date, that's what they call the disbursement cutoff date, that's the last date at which you can draw down funds, it's a drawdown loan, sorry. So you know, as you incur expenses on the project, you submit your invoices to ANRC and work with Kyron, to submit those to ANRC, then they disperse the funds, it goes into your construction fund, and then you make the payments, to your contractors, or anybody else that's done work on the project. And so February 1, 2029 is the last date that you can draw down funds on the loan. And if for some reason you don't need the full amount, you don't draw it all down, and then at that point, after the disbursement cutoff date, they can re-amortize your loan.
What was that date again?
February 1, 2029.
Okay, it was this one.
Then after that date, you start paying principal and interest. Yes, that's right. It's a 20-year term, so the final maturity date is February 1, 2049. 20 years based on the disbursement cutoff date.
Okay. You should have a payment schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. The payment schedule should be in your packet too, if you're looking for the payment.
Page 5, this is in the form of the bond, but, ANRC wants these loans to be outstanding for at least 10 years. So, the prepayment date, the date that you could pay it off early if you wanted to, is April 15th, 2036. So 10 years from when we issue the bonds. This should work, you've already got outstanding debt with ANRC, this should work the same way. So once you get your water and sewer revenues in, you pay operation and maintenance expenses, and then you pay principal and interest on the bonds. And, there is some capitalized interest with this project, so your first disbursement is gonna include money to make payments to make interest payments through that disbursement cutoff date. Does that make sense? Okay. You do have a depreciation fund requirement, that's on page 8. So ANRC wants you to set aside 6% of your revenues each month and put it into a depreciation fund until you have 10% of the project amount, so just under $440,000. But I've worded it so that, you know, cause you've got this other outstanding debt that also requires you to set aside money into the depreciation fund, 6% less whatever you're already depositing into other depreciation funds. Does that make sense?
We're doing 5% today, but that's just state requirement, that's not all that's against the bond issue.
That's right, yeah.
We're already putting 5% back, so this would be 1% more
1% more, yeah,
than what you're doing right now.
that's right. Those are, okay, at closing, these are most of the highlights, but at closing, so the closing date is set for March 31st. The first disbursement will go into the construction fund, and then you'll make any payments, from the construction fund at that time. So that'll be like engineering fees, legal fees, and then it should also include the capitalized interest.
First draw from the contractor won't be at that time. Probably.
I don't think so, but I don't know yet.
That doesn't matter, I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
whenever he's ready, he can start drawing, but if we don't have, he won't be signed by that time.
Okay, got it.
He's approved, but, we're gonna approve him tonight, cause we've already got our bids in.
Okay. Are there any questions?
Any questions?
Whoa.
Yeah, Rick?
Anyway, I hear a lot of talk about ordinances and things that I know nothing about. Nothing was passed out so we could see what the ordinance said.
There is a copy on the table, and then these will
Yeah.
also be
I'm not too smart, but I figure everybody else will take up my slack. Now, whenever they do construction loans, are people gonna be invited to bid on these things, or are they gonna be done strictly in-house?
The bids have already been.
We had that
We've
last
had
week.
bid date and we're gonna, later on in the meeting night, we've got the contract, that's already done.
They had to turn in sealed
There
bids.
were sealed bids taken.
Sid Bill,
Engineer,
engineer, they opened them last week.
Okay.
that was published
Was
in,
everybody notified about that?
Published in the newspaper.
It was
Public
public newspaper.
notified?
Yep.
Karen, explain how y'all do that, please.
We publish those advertisements for the bids, were published in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. So anybody that receives that can bid on it, and anybody that finds out about it through, like a Dodge Data or a Contractors Network can bid on it. So it was open to public bidding.
Yeah.
How many bids did we get?
We received.
We no longer have a city paper, so,
Right.
I don't get anything from
But there
that
was, how
either.
many was there that applied for the blueprint?
There was 6 or 8
Yeah, it was
on
quite
the
a few.
plan holders list, but 3 turned in bids.
Actually, $2 million difference in the high bid, the low bid, and the low bid, we think is the contractor, that's all he does, according to Karen. I don't know the contractor. Any other questions?
Oh, but the ordinance will be published, it will be posted tomorrow, and then it, around those 5 locations, and then it'll also be published in the Amity paper.
The standard,
Oh, standards, okay. Arkadelphia paper.
whatever the standard, the closest paper we got, so it'll be
That's
published.
the only one, yeah, that's true.
So, if there are no further questions and no additional discussion, then you could entertain a motion to suspend the rules and read the ordinance by title only.
Make that motion.
I'll second it, sorry.
Motion second, roll call.
Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
What's the number?
2602.
Ordinance number 26-02, an ordinance authorizing the construction of extensions, betterments, and improvements to the sewer facilities of the city of Glenwood, Arkansas, authorizing the issuance of a water and sewer revenue bond for the purpose of financing all or a portion of the cost of construction, providing for the payment of the principal of and interest on the bond, and prescribing other matters relating thereto.
Motion to accept the.
No,
What do we need first?
a motion to suspend the rules and place it on its second reading by title only.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second
Roll call.
Yes. Johnny? Jimmy?
it. Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Alan?
We start over, I'm late.
We've got a long way. Next.
Ordinance number 26-02, an ordinance authorizing the construction of extensions, betterments, and improvements to the sewer facilities of the city of Glenwood, Arkansas, authorizing the issuance of a water and sewer revenue bond for the purpose of financing all or a portion of the cost of construction, providing for the payment of the principal of and interest on the bond, and prescribing other matters relating thereto. And then a motion to suspend the rules and place the ordinance on its third reading by title
Second,
only.
is that second or is that third? You good?
That was the second.
Okay, third reading.
I'll make that one.
Second.
Motion second, roll call.
Johnny?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
Ordinance number 26-02, an ordinance authorizing the construction of extensions, betterments, and improvements to the sewer facilities of the city of Glenwood, Arkansas, authorizing the issuance of a water and sewer revenue bond for the purpose of financing all or a portion of the cost of construction, providing for the payment of the principal of and interest on the bond, and prescribing other matters relating thereto. And then a motion to adopt.
A motion to adopt.
Just to be clear on this, we've went through this all in depth. This is procedural, correct?
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Alan?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
It's nice to work with you guys again.
Thank you, sir.
And, I'll talk to you tomorrow about making sure the ordinances get posted.
Brenda,
Posted.
we got to post those in the standard tomorrow. Are those in a PDF file so we can get them? They'll be signed.
Yeah, I can, yeah, you should have it. Yeah, but I'll send it to you, a PDF.
Well, he won't want to retype them. That's my thing.
Oh, no, I mean posted at those 5.
Oh, those 5, we can get that
I will
done.
submit it to the paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get it to the paper.
All we need to do is the 5 posting spots on both, whatever ordinance we
Yes,
approve now.
both, yeah, all the ordinances that you approved tonight, but especially those two.
I just need to sign this and get back to you?
Yep, just mail it to me.
What's your spot?
Bring it
Brenda,
over
we'll
here,
have
so
one,
mine.
okay, we'll get it done.
Did he give you the phone with the newspaper looking through?
Yes, he did.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much.
Yeah, appreciate
Hopefully
y'all.
we'll see you again
Soon on
Soon.
the water
On water.
project,
How's
right?
your little baby doing?
Good. Well, she's 2 now, so she's walking and walking, talking. Yeah. Bye, y'all take care.
Thank you.
Ma'am, looks like you know Alan pretty good.
Well, I've been to this meeting before, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of these.
She's a lawyer, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Y'all take care.
Thank you.
I will sign all this paperwork later unless y'all wanna sit here and let me do it right now. She's left it with me to sign and get it to her. The bond, the ordinance is what we need to sign. If y'all want me to sign them, I can sign them all while you're here, I'll sign
Let's
them.
move.
I figured y'all didn't wanna be here, but you're welcome to look at any of that paperwork that you want to. I do not have a copy of it yet, that's all of it. You got your copy of it?
Yeah.
That gave you a copy of it?
No, I need that.
You want that? You need mine back.
That's yours.
Here's a copy, sir.
She took her minutes, so that's, okay. All right, we had a public 5:30 meeting with North Pike County. And they've signed the, rate increase for 2 years. I need y'all to make a motion to accept, the water contract, at a 2% rate increase for North Pike County for the next 2 years, please.
I'll make that motion.
I'll say it. We discussed this last meeting or the meeting?
We knew this was what it was gonna be, and everything is just like it was.
Okay,
Alan,
yes.
Chris. Yes. Jimmy.
Yes.
John.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bill,
Where's my copy? Yeah,
there's only, which one of them's Chris, but there's only 2, on the agenda, 24, 25, there's only 2 things that aren't just a lot of procedural and bogged down. Can we move them up the
Well, the one.
roll, move one up
There he is.
top 10 or something maybe here in a minute?
I can wait till the end, then we go.
At least move it.
I don't care what you wanna move for, I don't care, the agenda, they put together over there, when it was turned in, I didn't set the agenda, so I don't, if y'all wanna take something ahead of something, just tell me what you wanna take, I don't care. What do you want to take ahead?
Just take number 24 and move it on up there in the top 10. So he-
24, go dig that in the packet, guys. That's Nick Fowler.
Oh, here it is.
All right, who's got the floor? Me?
Yeah.
I need to say.
Come on here with Mike can hear you. Just come on up here with Mike. In fact, I'll let this Mike right there. Yeah, right here be fine.
All right, I've got a couple, situations here. And I'm gonna start with the first one here, that's my water project, or it's not my water project, but I guess it is my project. But, anyway, what I've got here is, a map the Arkansas State Board of Health, and I'm not sure Randy was gonna be here and kinda help me with this, but somewhere in this packet right here, it says that if you're within 300 feet of a sewer, you can connect within 300 feet of a sewer line, then you need to be charged for a sewer charge each month along with your water bill. And I have the measurements here, I measured it off of the wheel. Robert came over and watched and showed me exactly how to do it, where to come from. And, I was at 349 feet, and I like about another 20 getting in the bottom of the house, on my house over here on the river, by the bridge, on the 104 Highway 70 West. But anyway, Miranda measured it, she come up with 349 feet. And I have visited this issue before, when BT was mayor, and, I couldn't get any help out of anybody on it at that time. So I wanted to revisit this thing, not just because Billy's the mayor, just because I did a little checking, and some folks closer is not having to pay closer than 300 feet. And I don't care about that. I'm not blowing the whistle on anybody, because I'm not that person. But I think I should be treated fairly. And, I'm asking for that sewer to be,
Basically, the house you're talking about is the Charles Tibble's place.
Charles Tibble's.
Been on septic for 40 years.
Since whenever they built it, back in the
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah.
What picture are we going off of? Because apparently this picture that we got right here shows to be 288 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
So that's what I'm looking at, so I'm confused.
There, it depends on which way you wanna go at it, guys.
Let me
The
tell you.
law states that it's 300 feet from the connecting point, depends, he's going down below the house, around behind the house, you can go up above the house, I'm not gonna get in the, we just borrowed $4.5 million, and that piece of property will have it, they put sewer across, I'm not arguing with you, just stating fact, they put sewer across the river in the late 70s. When Sharon was here, this line went in when Sharon was mayor. When was Sharon mayor? This was one of those projects. And they put, the city's got $1 million in a sewer line laying across the road over there, to connect those customers across the river. And when you redo, the part of this project that we're doing, the $4.5 million, this project we just are gonna approve that the lawyer just left on, all that main in there has to be replaced because it's truss pipe. And if there's a problem there, it will be addressed in this. Everybody over there that's with inseparable connection of that is gonna be fixed where they can be. And the law states that if you're within 300 feet, you're supposed to be billing for it. Now, y'all can vote to do whatever you wanna do, but it will be addressed in the project we're doing. If it's not already addressed, I didn't know. This was brought up to me yesterday. The sewer project is out, is bid, it will be, it's in that project.
What's the problem?
To make sure it's addressed, there's a manhole right across the driveway from him right now. And it's been, sewer's been paid on this project since that sewer line was put in, whenever it was put in. I don't know what year it was put in, I wasn't around here then, but,
My question is, okay, this map's showing 280, who's measuring it, who determines which route you're running? You get
all
to-
the law states is 300 feet.
300
from the
feet to
connection
what?
point, from the
To the
connection point.
connection.
It
So,
depends
okay,
on what
so
way you wanna go.
If you go from his connection and go straight to the line, it's gonna be shorter than going down around, so what are you supposed to do?
That, well, because you gotta go in the bottom, you gotta go in the bottom floor, Jimmy, for everything to come, everything drains to the bottom and comes out right down here. And, Robert was with me over there, and he was guiding me along. That's where it comes out and goes to the septic system. You can't go through the shortest point, which is,
Driveway.
can I call Robert as
It don't, I mean, you're looking at the maps, I'm just going by what it says. It says 300 feet from the connecting point. That's,
Well, the
how you get
connecting,
there.
what I found the connecting point is, it's been grandfathered for 40 years. The connecting point to the septic system would be what we've been known as a clean out roughly, within a few feet of clean out. Generally, right?
The septic tank's not
Let
gonna
me
be
tell you,
that.
when they started charging on this thing is when I bought it.
Yeah,
And nobody else down the line got charged, and
yeah.
they're closer.
Are you, okay, if you go from
I think it's discrimination.
From there to the bottom, is it, you're saying it's over 300 feet?
349
This is saying 349.
All right,
349.
Let me read
for
this law,
342.
I've done a little research on this.
They've got a copy
It's
of
right
that
here in
already.
your packet.
They've got it.
Yeah, it says, within 300 feet, Arkansas law requires property owners to connect to the public sewer if the line is within 300 feet of a building accessible without crossing another person's property.
Good point, it crosses another person's property also.
So, that's what that says.
Yeah, I read that, but it does cross someone else's too.
Now, there is an exception if your septic tank is failing, then they have the option of forcing you to go ahead and do it if you have a failing system, which obviously it doesn't have, so, you know.
So, here's what I'm asking, for that to, I bought the house in 2015, the best I remember. I'm asking for that to be disconnected off of my water bill and be treated like everybody else gets to be treated, and I want a refund. And that refund doesn't have to be a check, it can be credited toward, I've got several water bills in this town. That's 11 years I've been paying that for no reason.
We've got a lot of people in town that are paying it, that's not connected. The law, I don't care which way you go, but the law says 300 feet. And if there's somebody that's not paying, as it's been brought to my attention, they've been added to their bills since I've been mayor. Because the law says that, that's supposed to have been done when the system was put in. And if I see somebody if somebody brings it to my attention, the question, it's not a question to me, it's the law you're gonna be put on.
Well,
And we've got, the city has borrowed money to do sewer systems to get people off of septic tanks because we're next to the river, we're everywhere else. We're borrowing $4.5 million right now to fix some of these problems. If we start letting everybody just, well, I don't want it, let's just get off of it.
that's really not my case.
It is, Nick, in the long run, it is the case.
I don't think you're right.
Okay.
I'm gonna differ with you.
Okay.
It's a long ways, the book said, the rule says 300 feet, I'm 349, and we're not even 342 or whatever it says.
Depends on how you measure it. The law doesn't
How
state
else
how
you
you
gonna-
measure it, it
you're
says the
ma-
distance.
Billy, you're a master plumber, how else you gonna get it to drain?
I can make it, you can put it deep enough, I'm not saying you're gonna do that. The law is not that,
Go under the
it says 300 feet.
Okay, you gonna bore under the house? Now, if you'll do that for me and hook it up, I'll be glad.
The city's not gonna hook anybody's
Okay,
sewer.
so the thing is, it is 349 feet before you can ever even go into the concrete to get in the bottom of the house where it drains to. The top floor, the main floor, the top floor drains down to the bottom into the basement. It don't take a rocket scientist to go out there and figure this thing out.
The 349 feet goes back up to the back of the house, it doesn't go to the bottom of the house.
Say,
Yes, it does.
say we leave him off the sewer, I'm just asking this question, he comes in, he has a failure, he wants to get on the sewer, who's paying that? Him? He's gonna have to pay to hook up to our sewer? If his septic goes down and he needs sewer?
You're gonna have to, hey, hook up on the sewer, everybody's gonna
He'll
pay
be
for the
responsible
sewer.
for paying for that, right?
For a tap.
Or tap and all that, so he'll be, okay.
And of course, we just run it 8 foot off of your.
Yeah, we just have to do what's required by us and he'll have to pay for the rest.
As the way I read this, and I ain't obviously no lawyer, but as the way I read it, if it's over 300 feet, I mean, how I would define the hookup point would be what has been the hookup point all these years, and if that hookup point where that septic comes out of the house has been in that same spot for 40 years or however long, and it's further than 300 feet from there to there, then that's kind of a unique situation because bunches of houses in town that have their own septic, they're not 300 feet away, they're like more like 100 feet away, or 25 feet away. So it's kind of a different situation. I don't think there'll be that many of them situations like his deal is, but if it's over 300 feet away, wipe the sewer out until he has to hook onto it. If he ever does have to hook onto it, he may sell a place before then. But, as far as the refund part of it go, I think we'll be opening up a can of worms on the refund part. So, my point would be, if we hadn't done him right in the past, at least in his mind, or whoever's mind, or when it's different administrations, we could start today doing it the right way, and if it's over 300 feet, concede the point, move on, and get on this other stuff. My thoughts.
Yeah. Well, the other technicality on it is crossing someone else's property.
Yeah.
It says or, you know, and it's not incorporated and.
Right.
So,
But I mean, if he would compromise with us on that, and say, hey, you forget the refund, just quit charging me for sewer, and we're good to go. If I have trouble, I'll hook up. That sounds like a very workable situation to me. But, anyway.
Any more discussion?
but you think that, yeah, I'm good.
Rather than to go off of a Google Earth map or a drawing,
We put a roller on it, we measured it.
I would say,
Where's that plan that's got his?
I would say have somebody really look
I don't
into
have
this
that.
and make sure we're doing right one way or the other.
I agree
Not
with you
agreeing
100%, Chris.
or
That's that
disagreeing
sheet you got there.
one way or the other, I'm just saying, that's what I would do.
What'd you
That
say?
sheet right there, I haven't seen.
You want to see this?
I mean, and that's what I said earlier. I mean, you look at that sheet he's got. I understand me saying water flows down this way, it's gotta go down, around and up, okay, it's 349. Our sheet shows the same connection, there's no denying that, it's showing it going up and around. So what's the right way? That's why I asked. What's the right way? Because you can.
Which way is the
shortest distance
connection
is a straight
for?
point, it's a straight line.
I'm just, y'all vote every the connection point, Robert, does it go all the way up to the back of the center of the house? Or does it go down here to the front at 349 feet? Where's 349 feet at? Cause you got about 80 feet to go around the back of the house. Where's,
Without knowing elevations and heights to the manhole, you can't go by either piece of paper that we have.
Correct, I agree with you.
You can't do it.
is that where you go to
Yeah, you might
349 feet?
lose 10 or gain 10.
No, cause if you're too low, you can't get those. You can't go by either.
Is this 349 feet? That's
Well,
what
I
I
asked.
Because you have to pump it.
That. He
But
said,
it's coming to
"You
here,
go
here,
down deep,
on
you
the
get the
17th,
right angle
it
on it,
says.
you know."
Yeah, but if you go so deep then, but our manhole's not that deep, it won't hit it.
Between the two bathrooms.
How deep
comes
is it?
out the back.
10 feet.
I can't
But you're
tell you
looking
that
on
deep.
the
I don't
sewer
know.
down
I'm just,
here.
I'm trying to get this from a
That's what
standpoint,
made
be
me
fair
sure.
both ways.
He's connected to it now.
I don't know.
What?
I don't either. The 349 feet, according to Robert, is to the center of the house.
Yeah.
And Nick's saying the connecting point is the front of the house center, so I don't know what you wanna do. I don't.
Where are you
Where's your
gonna
clean
connect?
out, where's your clean out come out right now
No.
for your septic?
Not the front of the house, it comes down, everything drains downstairs, of course,
Yes,
and then it comes out right there about the middle of the house.
Yeah,
from back,
That's not 300 feet away from that point.
at the back of the house in the middle.
At the back of the house.
You have a clean out
Oh, back
out
house.
between there and your septic.
Everything comes out right there.
Okay, that's the connecting point.
Wherever the clean out is, the connector.
Yes, where it comes out from under the slab or out from under the basement, that's where you have to go, you can't go back under the house, it's gotta be to that point.
Okay?
So from there,
I'm not voting either
Yeah.
way, I'm sorry, because unless you know elevations or heights or where that's at compared to how deep the manhole is, you don't even know if we could hit him period anyway, without lowering the manhole or what, you don't know. I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion.
That's the fact.
'cause that manhole's
I'd
all the
say
way
look
across the
into
street,
it a
right?
little bit better than.
No, the manhole's right there on that side of the road there, right across that driveway. And that's fixing to all be replaced.
So it comes from Packard, if I'm understanding correctly,
And they're
and comes
higher.
down to that manhole, and then crosses back over to the pump,
Correct.
and then comes across the bridge.
There's two crossings in the
all
highway,
okay.
there. Up at Bedford, goes across and picks up those other people and crosses right there by your place and goes under the
And Chris, I see what you're saying, because around there where that's at and coming out is way lower.
Way low.
But I don't know how.
Right.
You don't have any sewer in the basement of the house. There's no sewer in the basement of the house, it's all on the second floor.
No, absolutely not. No, it's got a big garden tub down there, and it's got a commercial, kitchen type
So you do have sewer in the basement.
thing.
So
and
the
a
sewer has to
bathroom,
come from the front.
and a bathroom. It all comes down there to that, and then then the bathroom and the big spa tub and everything all goes to the middle of the house and it goes out. It all meets.
And
In
it
the
comes
front
out the
of the
back.
house in the
No,
middle.
no, it
No.
comes out the back.
No, it's not what he's saying.
It
Yeah,
comes
it comes down to the basement and then goes out the back,
Back of the house, that's right.
behind the
Where's
basement.
that point?
Right there on the back.
Yeah, that's not the front of the house.
That's the
The
back.
front of the house is toward the river, not, or the road.
Right there.
The river's
is where it
road bottom,
comes
that's
out.
the front of the house.
Yeah, that-
The back of the house would be like going down Bond Road, like that.
No, he said it
I
comes
mean, you know,
down-
Go
going
ahead.
back
I don't know,
up.
I don't care.
No, he said it comes down under the basement and comes right out the middle of
So
the
what
back.
I'm calling the front and
Underneath that's the parking area, correct?
Back driveway.
let me show you.
This is the front of the house here.
Oh, okay.
So out here, the big old, out here, here's the land. It's gotta go all through here. And here, that's just one of his. That's around here. Sorry.
From the center of the house, from where it's saying it's coming out of the back of the house.
So that's where you're thinking.
That's where it all collects, comes out and goes towards his second.
Basically from the highway, that's the backside.
Yeah, right. All right, y'all got any more discussion on it? Need a motion, one way or the other.
Well,
That guy had a gun on him. Where am I?
he's not hooked up, he's not hooked up to a sewer right now. It's in dispute about whether it's 300 feet or 350 feet or whatever. And then the property line thing, or whatever, or crossing someone else's property. What's the city's objective at this point? Do we wanna just not charge him for sewer for a few months till we get it figured out? Do we wanna just not charge him for sewer till he needs it? I mean, you gotta admit, if it's 300 feet, if it's 295 or 305 or whatever, there comes a point in there where it's getting where we're splitting hairs, but he ain't using our sewer. So, I know we gotta pay to have sewer in there and all that, but, you know, that one's a unique deal. I don't think it's gonna open a can of worms all over Glenwood, because, you know, Clay Street, Third Street, First Street, all them other places are gonna be, they're gonna be within 300 feet,
I
most
gotta,
everywhere.
Al, I did my homework on this thing, and, there's people closer, not that,
Yeah.
for sure.
If those, I would say this, as long as I'm mayor, I will abide by the law. If there's people closer that it's not being paid, they will start being paid.
But I'm not blowing the whistle.
I didn't say you were, I'm not either. I don't know who those people are, because I'm not looking at every water bill,
I'm
but
looking back, it's gonna take
if,
long to
if the
find
law
out.
states, until the council says no, if the law states 300 feet, if you're not hooked on sewer, and the city finds out about it, that should have all been done when the system was put in years ago, and somebody missed it. For instance, the sawmill up here, they had, when they opened the sawmill back up, they're supposed to be paying sewer off of a master meter. They were in there for 3 years and didn't, it got caught and it's fixed and they're paying.
We have to get paid.
I mean, you could overlook anything, but if somebody, I'm not saying on your situation, whatever they want to do, if it's over 300 feet, that's fine. But if anybody's under 300 feet and it's brought to me, it's gonna be put on the bill like the law says until the council tells me
I
different.
don't wanna cause anybody else any problem, and I don't care what anybody else does, that's their business, but I just like to be treated fairly. I pay it everywhere else in town, and, I don't have a problem, but,
All right,
This
so
is-
y'all need to make some kind of motion to table it, or to do something
I
with
make
it?
a
or whatever you
motion
want.
that we quit charging him for sewer because we got an unhappy citizen and we could have a happy citizen. And it's kind of a splitting hairs on the 300 foot, but in the meantime, and then next time an engineer is in this area, have them go up there and do what Chris is talking about on the elevations or whatever, and see exactly what it is to make sure that we are within the law. And then, would be my motion.
You got some resemblance to that. so you
I'll
got
tell
it.
you what it is.
Okay, we have a motion.
Hold on a minute, what is it, $34?
I know.
Yeah.
How much is it, $34? It ain't about the $34, I
It's
promise you.
31.
It's promise you, Brandon didn't help me.
Sorry.
You didn't help me any, you know. No, I'm just saying.
I'm a numbers
I was-
person.
Me and you have been this thing several times, and I ain't getting help out of you, or out of BT, or nobody. And matter of fact, you kinda clowned up on the deal, but right's right, wrong's wrong. And
Okay, so listen, I've heard you say it's not about the money, it's not about the money, so do you want on the sewer, or do you want, and I'm not trying to be a butt, you want off the sewer and you don't wanna be billed no more, right? Is that right?
I wouldn't waste my time.
Okay, that's what Alan just made a motion, so that's why I'm saying, let him make his motion. That's what he's saying,
I
get
have
you
a
off the sewer,
motion.
right?
Do I have a second?
I'm making a motion that
I think if anybody else.
I have a question.
They want their money back.
I have a question first. Who's gonna pay for the engineer? And if we have a citizen who's unhappy in the future, who's gonna pay for that engineer?
No, what I was talking about was, we're obviously doing a lot of different projects. We could get a more educated guess, is what I was saying, from somebody, say, hey, you
Yeah.
could look at something for me and help us settle a little dispute. That's all I was
Yeah.
saying. I wasn't saying call it no engineer. in front
Well,
of
you
Chris.
said engineer, so I just wanted to
Well,
I wanted to
Chris said
clarify
you need
that.
engineer, and I get what he's saying
Yeah.
on the
No, I said
elevation.
I'm not
the
an engineer, so I
elevations.
can't tell you.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you gotta have an engineer to do a full elevation
The
shot.
sewer plans we have, you know what the elevation of that manhole's gonna be, right?
Yes, sir.
And you can look on Google Earth and get close to the elevation up there. And if that's what you're wanting, that won't be expensive to do because we're working on that project right now. There's gonna be a sewer line and a manhole put right there where we're talking. And it will be accessible to him for sure.
Yeah, if he wants to, if he-
A period, it's gonna be accessible to him for sure, because we're making sure all that's covered as we're redoing this. This discussion today is one thing, but if he's not in the 300 foot range of where we can get where we're putting sewer, it's already in the plans.
So what are you putting it in? I mean, what-
We're gonna accept the bid on it tonight.
tonight it's coming in.
I mean,
$4.5 million, $4 million, whatever it is, dollars, so the bid's already
you're
in.
gonna put it in by, I mean, here pretty quick, there's no use in me even worrying about it then.
This is gonna be going in, well, the bond attorney tonight said you have to get the bond done, and she read you the date when it's gonna be money's available, and the contract, they're gonna accept the contract tonight as quick as,
Probably not even starting until late summer.
it'll be late
Big
summer, but it's
project,
gonna be
yeah,
in.
Be next year.
Yeah.
Okay, my motion, just to clarify, my motion is, quit charging them for sure, we'll try to get a little more education on it, or whatever, and
Robert, is wheeled off, right?
we'll deal with
Was you there when we wheeled it all
stuff
off?
as it comes along with.
That's what it is. That's where it's gotta come out at.
Best time you can tell, yes. I seen where it was underneath the house, I seen it in the basement.
There you go. It's just gonna be till the summer, it's gonna be.
There you go.
This will
Hold on,
be,
let's go.
I don't think it's gonna be just till the summer, because your septic, as long as your septic's
It's
got
not
you
gonna
know,
be this summer, because that's the start of
the
the.
300 foot connection will be, is in all of this stuff already, guys. The point you're talking about tonight, whether it is or whether it isn't,
and only time he'd have to hook up to our septic tank system. the
once he
way I
comes in
understand
300 feet, he'll have to get billed whether he hooks to it or not.
it- Right, if he's under the 300 feet, correct.
That will be done in this project you're bidding. We're addressing everything where sewer is, it will be done. I don't know, I haven't looked at the plans, I haven't looked at every foot of every job on this plan, but
But in the meantime, why don't we quit charging the guy for sure, and then we'll deal with that whenever that comes around.
Whatever, I'm
I
fine
make
with
that
working on both
motion,
of
if it falls flat, it falls flat.
Make a motion, let's vote.
them. You got a motion, I make no second.
What was your motion?
Motion's just quit charging him, and this other deal's going in, we'll readdress it when the time's right. And get another opinion from someone that actually does that stuff. Just say, hey, check this out for me, and then he'll
It
abide
won't
by
matter
the
by
law,
the end,
right?
because it'll be there.
2,500 wrong charges. That ain't good.
But, so that's my motion, there it is.
Have a motion.
I'll second that motion for the no charges. Take him off the sewer.
Have a second. Roll call.
Al,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
Johnny,
No.
Chris.
No.
I'm not talking about forever.
I promise you one thing, I will push it. Guaranteed.
Split, no.
Well, it's up to you, tiebreaker, baby.
No, it's 3-1, I don't bear no
No,
vote.
it's two no's.
Two,
Two no's.
Two
two.
no's, 2 yes.
Here the last of it, I promise. Promise.
But y'all leave me out of these things. Well, it's gonna be addressed then, so I don't care what you do now, it's gonna be addressed in system. He's gonna pay it anyway. But I'll vote, everybody got a vote to take his bill off till then,
Just leave it.
because when it comes in, he's gonna be within 300 feet.
Okay, then we can deal with it then, so.
There won't be a deal with it then, the bill will be put back on him when he gets within 300 feet, because that's gonna be when the system goes in. When his $3.5 million comes in, he'll be within
So we're
300 feet.
fixing this problem tonight, and then if it takes them 4 years to
I'd
get it
I'd
in,
rather just go back for my back pay, since everybody's like they are.
you don't wanna go back on no back pay, Nick,
Why?
cause I'm trying to help as much as I
Yeah,
can.
but how it's gonna be, but till the middle of summer or the end of summer, and I'm gonna be hard charging.
That's when they're starting a project. These projects might go on for 3 or 4 years, and who knows, when they get down to it, it may not be 300 feet.
Okay, so the motion passed, right? We took that
The
bill.
motion passed, take him off the sewer and revisit it when
Let's put it,
it's, construction's done.
all right. City of Norman,
Were we done?
that,
I don't think he was done. He had 2 problems.
problems? Okay, what's the other one?
Okay, all right, so the other problem is, and Greg was supposed to get me, free information.
I've got the video in there, but I can't play it on any of my laptops. We can go in there and everybody can watch the video on the computer in there. I can't make it play on the laptops, so I don't know.
Yeah. So, what was it, Tuesday, when you stopped someone for,
I believe you're right. I think
you had them detained, you called Mullins at home, you just went in to come secure that motorcycle.
That's correct.
He came by my office, I don't even know, it looked like he run 100 mile an hour to me.
The video shows 68. I mean,
168?
no, 68.
I
I mean,
mean,
like I said, y'all.
I mean, he was scooting. when
I
he
tried to
came
get it
by.
where I could play it on a laptop, but like I said, I don't have VLC player on the laptops, and I don't know how to download it on there.
Oh,
Um,
I probably downloaded it. for
Well,
you.
somebody can put VLC on it, I can bring it in here.
So here's the deal, he come, and I don't like Mullins, he's a very likable guy, and I know he's probably a good person, but my gosh, when you're not going to somebody that's got a car lay on their head, or a bad traffic accident that people are need to get the traffic off of them and try to help somebody, you just wanted somebody to secure a motorcycle to a record, got there. Okay, cause I called the sheriff's department, they told me the same thing, and I called you, you told me the same thing they said. Was no, you say, come in there running blue lights, I'm telling you what, my mom just pulled out of my office, and I was on the other end of the parking lot. When I looked down there by Allen's Mexican food restaurant, it looked like he was sitting still. The next thing I knew, he was up here flying. Lights, no sign. Okay, the other thing is he ran up behind my mom. My mom had to get on the brakes because somebody pulled out in front of her there from the Sonic. And about Eric's body shop there, she had to, slow down to get behind him. He shot up there behind her. nearly sideswiped and went all the way over there to the, if you watch the video, it went all the way over to the shoulder of the other lane. If it'd been somebody coming, no sense in it whatsoever. No sense in it whatsoever.
Lights on, sirens on, anything?
Lights.
Lights?
Yeah.
Okay, let me, so we can move, let
I'm
me.
not trying to.
I'm not saying anything, I think this is an employee matter, correct? So, can we put this off to so Nick can go on and the council will go look at the video and then see if we'll have to go in executive session to go do it?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do anything about it.
I'm not, but they can go look at it in executive session, you couldn't bring this video out here in public anyway. Let the council go look at it in executive session, if they won't take any action, it'll be an executive session action, and they'll tell me what to do. Can we do that? Can we move that to the last of the meeting, so everybody don't have to sit around, we don't wanna do that?
I don't want any action taken. I just want to bring it
It's
to.
been brought to the attention now, we're gonna
We're
have
gonna have to look at it, huh?
Well,
I'm not
so,
trying to get anything done.
we'll do, is that all right if we go into executive
Yeah,
session at the end of the
yeah.
meeting and look at that?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
He come by and apologized to me, he's very likable, but I got
I
this.
called him out of word with him.
Basically, if I understand, you just want it to be handled, and he says he handles it. Right?
Nick called me on it, and I went to Greg, and Greg went to the officer, and I thought it was him, but if we need to look at the video, we'll have to do that in executive session.
That's right, we need to look at it.
We got you.
And it sounds like we need to look at
Yeah.
it, but anyway, we'll do that tonight, sir.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Now then, City of Norman, on their bill, they have not got a payment made yet, but they're going to start making a payment. So what we agreed upon the other night, they're gonna start making their payment. Brenda, did you get a payment today from them on that, in a separate check? Did you get a payment from Norman on their payment?
Yes, I did.
So they've made the first month's payment. So they're gonna make the payment
How
like y'all
much
told
was
them they were
that
gonna have to
amount?
do. Huh?
Remember, you know about how much it was?
It was about 10,000, they were gonna pay it out the year. So
Yeah,
that's what y'all had agreed upon, at whatever the
Already,
increase
I
is.
asked her to run and charge another $49.25.
Okay, so that,
You're looking, here's your total.
well, right here's your total, it's 15,464.03 divided by 12. And she is making the payment, they agreed to that, and they are making the payment on that. Okay, so that should do that one. Jack Tyler Engineering invoice, if y'all approve that, that's $15,950. Both the pumps were out at the sawmill, and we went and got 2 pumps and put them in. And that was your cost of the 2 pumps. Now then, I took those 2 pumps that we took out back to Jack Tyler, and they've been rebuilt. Brenda, you got the invoice on those? We finally, we'll have 2 spare pumps.
Okay.
They were able to rebuild those pumps. We never have had a pump that's rebuildable, but these pumps were able to be rebuilt. I think one of them was about $200, and one of them was about $6,000. Is that right, Brenda, or have you
About
seen the bill?
6,000.
Huh?
One was 6,000 and one was 259.
6,000 and 259, but we have 2 spare pumps for that lift station now. Could I have a motion to accept, purchase of those 2 pumps, please? I've called y'all and talked to you about it as far as I know.
Y'all make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion and second, roll call?
Yes, he talked this about it.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Yes.
John.
All right, next thing on the agenda will be, this is resolution, right? We're doing our amended budget. The amended budget, we gotta do the resolution, right, Brenda? Okay. So this would be your last year's amended budget for 2025. Jason, would you like to go through that? Because I haven't seen it yet, but.
I'm not gonna be able to talk very good tonight. As Rick and I talked at the sale bar today.
Yep.
I'm a little, stuffy. Basically, this just gets us in line with the actual results.
All this is what was spent and approved last year. You had to amend the budget. This is your amended budget.
Make it match.
To make match what we already spent. Nothing changed in it from what y'all been approved. Y'all had approved December's numbers already, or is December here to approve?
They're in here too.
What do you need, a motion?
Get the bid on
Yes.
it.
I'll make that motion. Jason's reviewed it, ain't nothing out a line, right? I mean, it's pretty much in line with whatever.
What we looked at over here.
We've looked at this every month, so there's nothing changed. We knew there were some numbers changing in the budget, but this is, you have to do this to the final for the auditor.
The only thing you haven't approved yet is December, and
It's in here too, we'll get it in a minute. Do we need to have a motion to approve it and then do the resolution, or do the resolution?
If we do the resolution, that's approved.
Okay, Jimmy, you see the resolution here? Should be,
So you're right behind the front paper. What's this one? This one, it's right behind that paper right there.
I should have a resolution here. Resolution 2602, City of Glenwood approving amendments to the 2025 budget. Whereas the City Council of Glenwood approved appropriating funds and operations in calendar year 2025 has previously throughout the year amended the budget to reflect the correct expenditures and revenues. And whereas after revenues for the city, account fund revenues and expenses for the City of Glenwood in 2025 were found to be that revenue received and did not exceed both budgeted revenues and total expenditures for the year. However, the city, in all city departments, some expenses were slightly higher, exceeding budget amount for the year. Now be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Glenwood, Arkansas, and 2025 budget be amended to the attached document and accepted as a December 2025 balance sheet, income and expense financial report, and authorize funds expended in ongoing city departments passed on this date. That's resolution 2602. Do I have a motion to accept?
I don't have it.
All I've got is 2601, I don't have 2602.
They had 2602 on this. I'm just
I don't have it.
We don't have it.
I wonder what 2601, we hadn't had a meeting, so I don't know what 2601 would have been.
It's right here, it's after this, it's stapled in the, right after that one. Open it,
Which one?
It's 2601.
2601 for the 26 budget.
Okay,
Yeah, that's-
2601 is for the 26 budget.
Okay.
We're approving the 25 first.
Okay.
Y'all have that? Y'all want? Who can run in there? Brendan, you go in there and please make some copies of that. Y'all have this sheet, don't you? Y'all have the budget.
Do y'all have the budget with the 26 on it?
They'll probably say Glenwood, City of Glenwood General Fund, profit and loss, January to December 2025. Okay, y'all just missed that one sheet.
I make a motion, we stack all this paper up and pass it. That was a joke.
You read all of it?
Hey Rick, everybody in Arkansas know who Glenwood was anyway, wouldn't they?
They would for sure.
Yes, okay, okay.
Okay. Then we'll pass these around and get that one. This one, and there's Billy's right there. Okay.
Everybody, I think everybody's got one. I gotta give them the.
Once we get all the.
That's what we voted on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that needs to be voted on,
Yeah.
yeah. I read the resolution, nobody's made a motion or second.
That's the, yeah. the budget. Is this to approve it up till December? We
For
gotta-
2025.
2025.
Yeah, we got to approve December.
Financial, y'all have approved December's financial.
Yeah, we can't do this without approving December's financial.
And it's in there.
It's in there to do, is what I'm getting at. Because if this is approving the budget for 2025, the amendments, we can't do it without approving the December financial.
Okay,
Am I right? I mean, it's not finished budget.
okay. You got the December 2025, balance sheet in front of you.
There we go.
Just got out of order, but it's.
That's all, I mean, it's fine, I'm not,
It's fine.
just making sure we do it right.
I guess you're gonna call that amended, no amendment? Okay,
So we just need to approve, so that way it's approved,
okay.
which is what we spent. And then we amend it, they saying we're gonna,
Okay, anybody got any questions on December 31st balance sheet?
I had one, but I can't find it now. I had it marked before. But it wasn't down here on this. Oh, yeah, I did have, when we did that, the raise on the trash, that's, you put that in the budget,
That was in the budget in January.
that's right, okay, that's not, he didn't get it on the raise last year, it's starting this
No,
year.
he got it last year, and then he gets the rest, some this year and some
Yeah,
next
but
year.
we
It's 3
reflected that in
years.
the,
That's in there.
we reflected that in the
That's
December,
your,
didn't we?
that's your resolution, he was actually raising.
That's what I was making sure.
Yeah, he got that. And he'll get the rate increase that was, whatever that was.
We signed the contract, I'm just making sure you already changed that budget.
The whole year yet. Yep. Basically, you're gonna have to approve this, just so we can back amend that.
Yeah, go through December.
If you have any questions, throw them at me.
Those matches?
Just not too hard.
It's actually not the amended budget, it's the balance sheet you're gonna approve.
Correct, we're approving what we spent.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the December 2025 budget sheet.
Balance sheet. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Johnny, you got any, you see you're still looking there? Roll call?
Al Moore,
Anything exciting happening in the
Chris,
office?
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Johnny.
I didn't listen.
Okay. Now then, can I read the resolution. $2602 to accept the amended budget for 2025. I read the resolution already, so. Next, nothing would have actually changed on this sheet from what you just approved, would it? Because the December would have had all the adjustments in it.
I'll make the motion to pass resolution number 26-02.
You have a second?
I'll say.
Roll call?
Alan?
Yep.
Chris?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Well, that's going around. The only thing I changed in the budget from when we talked in December, and the budget's still balanced fine, is I put the money in the budget to do the 2 generators that we talked about getting the grant for that we funded last year. They're in your water and sewer budget, and that's the only change from what we talked to the other night. So that budget is presented just like we looked at it in November with that change. And it should. In your sheet you're looking at back there, are you looking at the budget sheets?
Rhonda?
Rhonda, you need to pull me those 2 CDs, because you got 2 sheets of CDs in there that you need to come out of.
Yep.
Quit looking at my phone.
There should be 2.
Happy birthday.
If we lose one of these sheets, there should have been 2 of them. Where's the other?
On the
go?
CD?
Oh, right
He
over there.
ain't signed it yet.
Sign that.
It's just 1 page?
Chris, you're sitting there looking, want to read resolution while they're reading it? Resolution 2601.
City of Glenwood 2026 budget resolution, resolution number 26-01. A resolution providing for and adopting the budget for the city of Glenwood, Arkansas for the 12 months period beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026. Appropriating money for each and every item and of expenditure therein. Whereas Section 2 of Act Number 28 of 1959 provides that the city council shall adopt an annual budget for operations of the city government for the calendar year, and whereas the city council of Glenwood has made a comprehensive study and review of the proposed budget, and whereas it is the opinion of the city council of Glenwood that the schedule and exhibits of financial information prepared and reviewed revealing anticipated revenues and expenditures for the calendar year appear to be as accurate as possible for budgetary purposes. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of Glenwood, Arkansas, Section 1, this resolution shall be known as the 2026 budget resolution for the City of Glenwood, Arkansas for the balance of the 12-month period beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026. Reflecting estimated revenues and expenditures as hereinafter set forth in the 2026 budget attached hereto containing approximately 9 pages. The appropriations made herein include additional pay for the holiday for all agents, servants, and employees of the city of Glenwood, including but not limited to uniform employees as provided for by the state of Arkansas. All revenues herein are estimated and subject to change, and all appropriations are calculated upon available revenues and are also subject to change. Section 2. Whereas by reason of the fact that the cities of Arkansas are required by law to adopt an annual budget each year beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026 in order to operate the city government. Now therefore, this resolution being necessary for the preservation of the public peace, health, and safety shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage and approval.
Do I have a motion to accept resolution 2601, or somebody got any questions on the budget? Want to do something?
Motion to accept.
Have a second?
Yes.
Roll call?
Al,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jimmy,
No,
John.
Is there a problem?
I just don't want to approve it. I thought it's not, it ain't gonna change nothing right now.
Okay. If it's on the generators, they won't be bought to y'all anyway, because that's over my approval. I mean, it's over my approval limit. Okay. December 28th, or 29th, city of, 2025 council minutes. Get your copy there.
December?
December,
29, 2025?
yes.
Alright.
I make a motion to approve December 29th, 25 minutes.
I'll say it.
Roll call. Our second, do I have a second?
Yes.
Al,
Yep.
Chris,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
John.
Okay, didn't have a meeting in January, so we need to approve that we didn't have a meeting, that y'all approved January 27th minutes. There's no meeting.
Need a motion to approve them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second.
Al,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
John.
You basically were voting
He
to
said yes.
approve. Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
I gotta speak up for Alan.
Okay, January, 31st, 2026, balance sheet. Yeah, approve sheet. Well, we don't approve this, though. I'm sorry. I haven't signed that, have I? I know you can't hardly talk, did you see anything going on in the minute? Or
There's
not?
nothing out of the ordinary.
I didn't get one.
put this on? You wanna do it, the part? And then it's okay, because it's gonna know what restrictions.
You did, see if we can get that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they said they'd talk to you.
That's on the ones on the,
Yeah, whenever
where are they at on there?
they're actually not on here, it don't look like,
We're supposed to have them on there.
yeah, it don't look like it got overlooked, I just seen them sitting there, I figured, so.
Right quick, we already got that on the deal,
Okay,
and we'll put them next, I would think, I'm gonna do that, so.
yes, sir.
Make a motion to approve January, financials.
Motion to accept January, financials,
Balance sheet.
balance sheet, excuse me.
Sorry.
I seconded it. Alan? Yes. Chris?
Yep.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
John?
All right, I was supposed to, turn that in, but it's not on here, so,
Didn't mean to overlook y'all earlier when I was.
That's all right.
this is on the ball, soccer and pickleball day.
Yes, we have, on April 25th, is when we're planning on doing that. We wanna do, this like, I guess a fundraiser for our youth group. Our Catholic youth group wants to go to a conference in Missouri. And we thought of a fundraiser would be using the park, to do, well, obviously sell food, like tacos, things, and then do a pickleball tournament and a soccer tournament. And then for March 15th, we also want to use the park to do a food fundraiser, because we have 2 members in our church that have cancer, and we would like to raise funds for them. And we wanted to know what restrictions or what can or can't do.
It's not a deal where you're wanting to, keep anybody else out necessarily, you
Mhm.
just want to make sure that you
Yeah.
are doing it the right way.
Yes,
Yeah, I think we welcome that, or at least
Yeah.
I do, but I don't know where you're at. That's what it's there for, isn't it?
Food trailers, like,
no, it would just be like us cooking. So like us, like,
I just wanna make sure we
yeah.
actually got the power there.
I'm not
and everything
Catholic,
for y'all
but I like
to do
tacos.
what you need to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Huh?
Uh,
I
yeah.
support it, yes, sir.
And then like what can or we can't do, like what's.
Keep it nice and clean and orderly, and
Okay.
you're not gonna have any trouble out of
Yes,
it.
and then we would also for the,
We would ask you to, if you would, I mean, people tend to throw down wrappers,
Yeah.
and so we would really
Yeah.
sincerely appreciate it after it was over, if you would have your group kinda.
yeah,
dress
definitely.
up.
And for the April 25th, we would, like if officers can go around and like, patrol it or something. We're really trying, like, we're really like telling them not to bring any alcohol or anything like that. But if like they see like the officers going around and patrolling like every once in a while, it can push it a little bit more.
Perfect.
For the 2 dates,
April
March-
25th?
April 25th and March 15th.
And
March
March
15th.
Yes, and April 25th.
Hang on a second, April 25th,
Yes.
March 15th.
March 15th. They're wanting to sell food there.
They're not having food trailers, it's just them.
Okay,
soccer,
And the second
and
one is
pickleball.
There's nobody that's got any of that reserved for anywhere near that, do they?
I don't know, the girls keep up with that, so I'll have to check.
We wanna make sure that they're taken care of, nobody's already got it reserved for
Are you
birthday
gonna
party
do
or
it at the
whatever else,
pavilion
you know what I'm
park
saying?
tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, we can.
They can work around them though.
Yeah.
can't
Like if they're using the pavilion part, we can use like on a different side or something.
they?
Okay.
Okay.
all right, so make a motion if those dates aren't conflicting. I gave that note to Miranda, I don't know where it is.
You're gonna have to work on being harder to get along with, we're not used to it with
Okay, so y'all making a motion?
I need a motion to accept those 2 dates for them to use the park.
Fowler.
Make that motion.
Second,
Yes.
would you write all your stuff back down and give it back to me, your
Yeah.
address and all, so I
Yes.
can put it in the minutes?
Yes,
And
of
if
course.
you think about it tomorrow,
Yeah.
go up to City Hall and see Miranda, and just make sure that,
Okay.
she can tell you about the
Okay.
date.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, sure.
She put it in this extra folder.
All right. Any other questions out there on that? We're good on that?
You good, is that all you need?
Yeah.
Had a motion, a second, roll call?
Jimmy? John? Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, we wish y'all the best.
Okay,
Hope
thank you
y'all
so
raise a
much.
million bucks.
Can I ask another question?
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
for December, all the way in December. December 12th, we do the Virgin Mary. We wanna do, they said back in the early 2000s, I guess, they would, I guess, like a parade type, but like the Aztec dance from the revenue office all the way down to our Catholic church. We were wondering if we would be
You're
able to.
going
do that.
backwards. You're going down
All Mountain View.
Mount View and you cross into Montgomery County.
Yeah,
That might be a Chamber of Commerce question.
Yeah, that won't be here. I
okay.
wouldn't figure.
Well, we could, I mean, you could give them it, but they're gonna be, I don't think Montgomery County's gonna argue with them, but that's not out of our jurisdiction.
That's what I'm saying, that's
Okay.
kind of out of our,
Cause
Okay,
you have to get with Montgomery County, once you cross Montgomery County, cause that's not
Okay.
us. Part of that'll be in Pike County,
yes.
and the revenue office till,
About
well,
to.
where that church is out there is Pike County, and then it
And then
goes
the rest
to
of Montgomery.
to
Okay.
Montgomery County, yeah.
Okay,
So, you all give them approval to do it in Glenwood, city limits?
Yeah, I make a motion for Glenwood's fine, but the other.
We can't control
is
the,
there,
from there on out.
there's a lot that goes in on that, there's gonna be some, cause you gotta shut down the road and everything else. I'm approving it, I'm saying I
Yeah.
approve it, but we're gonna have to.
Yeah,
still
that
look at
Glenwood,
more
like Glenwood
than just
Police
saying
cannot
yes
help
and then leave
do
it
that
alone.
past the, city limits. And Pike County can't help do that either, cause it's another county.
okay.
You'll have to get with them about it.
Montgomery County.
Okay, you have a motion and a second to accept it for, was it a second?
See them.
Yeah, but,
In the city limits part.
yeah, but with the
The 12th of
contingency, if I'm understanding Chris right, that 30 days prior to this event, they submit a proposal of actually what's happening, so we don't
Okay.
have a messed up deal.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, where we approve.
What do you call
We
it?
gotta shut down the road and
What do
everything.
you
What do you
call
call
it?
it?
It's like,
or just say a little parade.
Huh?
It's a parade, cause it's just a
Like
little
a
bit more
parade.
complicated to.
yeah, they were driving like trailers with people.
Yeah, there's gonna, it's like a dance, it's like a type of dance where they carry the Virgin Mary and everything.
Reason we need the proposals, cause
Yeah.
liability reasons,
Yeah.
whatever, so.
Okay. Have a motion and a second to accept the part of it that's in the city limits. Roll call?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, next big thing on the list.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank y'all.
Guys.
Back in March of 19 and 20, stream team come down, actually they'd come down before that, but they got the presentation to, I guess, the last council, I'm not sure, because I wasn't here. But this sheet is put together for that time frame that you're gonna look at. What we're having happen at the river, and Kyron come up with us and walked it with the stream team, and Jimmy went with us the other day on the stream team. If y'all looked at the river out there, the four fishers, they, who was it that did have the canoe place? Galen and sold it, but they got a grant and they paid the difference and put the first five, I guess they're calling them fishers in. And because the project wasn't completed, one of the five is washed out now, right, Karen, basically?
Yes.
It's gotta be rebuilt. But if we don't get this fixed up to the water intake structure and one fisher passed, correct?
Yes, sir.
We run into a solid bank at one fisher pass. And if we don't get this fixed, we're really fixing to lose our water intake structure before we get water for everybody. If you look at this cost back and go to page, 4? The cost of doing it back then was $88,301. And he updated this, this is not this year's update, it was updated. I started talking with him a year ago and he went back and did some updated prices. And the cost of it was $131,000, he thinks it'll be over $150 now. There is, the grant money, if you flip on through those pages, he shows where all those fishers have gotta be. And if you look on one of the pages, he shows Fowler Hardware's on in 791 foot of the river down through there. We don't, but call it that. I'd like to own 791 foot of the river. The way his map draws out, Fowler's is supposed to have like a 20-foot strip all the way down through there. I don't think we do. But anyway, Fowler's will definitely contribute. We have our bank stable up high. We don't have it stable out in the river. All the way, we've got some of ours riprap, but we don't have all the fishers. We'll go along with what, not the 791 feet, but we'll definitely participate in paying for this. And then you're gonna have to add one more fisher at the top of that. If y'all see this page? And he's, on the page that Johnny was looking at, shows the fishers that he looked at putting in. The next grant cycle, Kyron and Jimmy, correct me if I'm wrong, he said would not be till October.
What he said.
Yeah, please,
We have put this off so long, guys, the river's gone, is taken away up there. This needs to be fixed. He will come down, now the one that did all the fishers that's been put on the river, this isn't the only spot that's put in, they put some in for Giammo, and they put some in up on South Fork, and they put some other ones in. And Chad Moore is the gentleman that the state has worked with to put all of them in so far, and these numbers had come from Chad. That's Alan's brother, but he's a different company. But Chad has done all the work prior to this, and these are his prices, and he knows these have to be laid a specific way. Very specific. And if they're not laid that way, they won't hold. But if you go and look at the 4 that's still holding, they're working great. It's just they gotta be completed. And Kyron, yeah, there's a picture on there that we took the other day that's got what's that, the last page?
Yeah.
Shows what those are doing and holding and doing.
Then there's one that looked like before.
Now then, what our engineer has said, and I'll let him explain a little more. The screens we've got in up there, we're gonna have to extend the lengths of the screen. And Kyron explained, you thought we could go at the edge of the fishers when they're putting those in and add screen?
Yes.
And the city do a project. Actually, whoever does these fishers can put the screen on. And if I understood correctly, the Game and Fish will help us get the permit. He believes we can get the permits, cause you gotta get a ADQ and the Corps. But he said he thought he could have the permits if we agreed to do this. You won't have grant money. He didn't think, but he said he can go ask if the city commits to this to see if there's any grant money out there to help pay this. It's never I don't know what percentage of grant would be if it was there. But if we don't get this stopped, and he actually went on up and looked at the cabins up there, and if they don't do some work, they're gonna lose a couple of cabins, he thinks, by the end of the year, where it's eroding back so far. And they need to do some work, but that wouldn't be on the city. That's our intake. We think we can stabilize the river and get our intake structure stable from there. Fowler's does have, I don't know how many feet of this is on our land. It's not 700, I'd like to have 791 feet, but it's not all ours.
What do you need from us?
I need the approval of whether we're gonna spend the money to move on and get the project done. And I will,
Well, if I'm going back through my archives in my mind, we've discussed this thing at times for the last 5 years roughly.
yes,
And where our intake is up there, we gotta do something with that, or we ain't gonna have anything to pull water from.
Have you seen how much property they've lost across the river?
Yeah.
So where it's bad.
It's bad.
It's
Yeah,
bad.
so I make a motion and we move forward, because we ain't got no choice.
and I wanna say something on what you just stated. That's not gonna fix, this is not
No.
gonna fix that side of the river problem.
It's not.
It's
but-
gonna
It's
fix
gonna fix ours.
our side of the river
Yes.
problem.
Yeah,
But we gotta we gotta fix this before we start.
Yes, I agree. It's bad.
yeah. Well, we're gonna run up to a situation where there ain't no more drinking about it. I ain't no more, nothing else to suck out straw.
And the engineering firm will work with the Corps, not the Corps, stream team gentlemen, And when we get this in place, they'll get Karen to get what screens we need to put in and set. And Karen, is it your opinion, the contractor that's doing that can just add those screens on at that time? It's not something we're gonna be a big bid on, other than buying the stainless steel screens? And they'll put those screens in under or beside or something, those fissures.
Yes, sir, they put them in right at the tip of the levee on the downstream side of it where that, the way it's laid in there, it keeps that area cleaned out from gravel and sand, so.
Well, these 60 feet out in the river, these fissures come and they're on a certain degree angle, and that's all gotta be precise. And the stream team gentleman said, when you get ready to start it, I will be down here.
Yeah, he said he'd be here.
He said, I'll be here making sure this goes in correctly. And that's why you can get the permits from the Corps, I guess, pretty easy, and ADQ pretty easy. We can't do this without those permits. And then he's also looking at a permit to get us at the bridge where our water main's coming up and that ductile iron's exposed. He said, I can get you a permit quicker than that, he thinks, to get that area. So that's 2 permits, but that other one's such a minor deal, it won't, Jimmy, that won't take 2 loads of rock to do that. Right, Karen, on that, in fact, where that water main is, that's not a big issue, that's just
30 grand.
30 grand. And those key back into the banks up through there. Yep. And I'm more than happy to help on this. Most of my property is already riffraffed. The part that's not where the keys need to go in, we'll put them in, but I need to find out, somebody can tell me where my property is. I don't own I'd love to have 791 foot of river frontage in there, but I don't. You made a motion to proceed on, Alan?
That's what I
I'll
did, we
second.
got no choice.
Motion and a second?
That price includes all of this, right?
Yes. Well, the price of the 150, you gotta have 1 fissure. Up, that's not in that drawing of, you gotta add 1 up there, so whatever that, and that is, he hasn't talked to Alan, but he thinks with price of rock and labor, that 132 to do those would be 150 plus
It ain't
1
Chad,
fissure.
what you're talking
Or
about.
Chad, excuse me, Chad.
Yeah.
Okay, have a motion and a second?
Alan? Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jason, did you get anything done on the 3 CDs?
CDs are, they should have them ready for everybody to sign, this week, as far as I know. And I've also sent a bid out for, one that matures next week.
Okay, so we got 4 then, that'll be,
And the ones that we're doing, the rate was 3.938, or the APY 4.01.
You need all 4 signed, all 4 councilmen.
I don't think
now then, before you leave town, go to Farmers and sign for the safety deposit box.
Sign for that today, I'll
Okay.
get it in daylight in the morning.
Okay, well, just gotta, if you sign for that, then we need 2 of us to go over there.
Yeah.
We need to go over there.
He was the one left that time.
Yeah, but now the 2 of us need to go over there and move the stuff out of one box into the other. But we can do that if you sign it.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Is that one is full?
Yeah,
Billy,
it's full.
It's full.
Billy, there's one of these in y'all's packet from last month's meeting that y'all need to approve for
We did that.
Jason. Well, it was in last month's meeting, we didn't have a meeting.
Give me that.
For Jason to pull out 175 from,
Yeah, that was in December.
and I need y'all to sign up on it so he can take it with him.
Yeah, those are 2 250s. Is that the 2 250 ones?
No, this
No, there's
one.
one for $175.
And of the,
Okay.
one for
Yeah,
Lenderman.
that's
It
right.
should be in that packet.
It's here, it's here.
That's that.
I don't understand why it reads payable to Peter Wilson though.
Don't start.
Okay, the next thing on your agenda is, with Jason, is that, letter to approve, the $175,000 CD. And he's getting the bids, and he said the bids were gonna be 392 with an annual
3.94 with an APY 4.01.
4.01.
Here you go, right here. You got one, Johnny?
But still need y'all to sign it.
These 2 are
Will
the
you
ones.
make that motion?
Yes, make my motion, please.
You made a motion? I second.
Alan.
That's actually just moving one CD.
It's just moving out.
It's just
check
moving out of
it
one.
Into a
Yes.
CD.
Okay.
Yes.
Jimmy and John.
Yes. Approving the motion.
All right. The next thing y'all got on your agenda, and, the natural resource and the bond attorney had allowed Karen and them, they were trying to get ahead of a bunch of other people bidding on projects. So they allowed us to bid the water, the sewer project is bid. And if you look in front of you, you've got three, bidders that bid it. Yes, that's your official paper. And Karen, how do we need to word that so you can move on with that? On the approval of NRC and,
We need to approve the bid award, contingent upon loan closing and ANRC approval. So you would be voting on, awarding the contract to the low bidder, contingent on loan closing happening on, I believe she said it was gonna happen March, 31st. You'd be contingent on that and receiving an ANRC approval letter, so.
and ANRC has already approved everything. They gave the, payment. She printed off, they got the payment schedule and everything, so it's just a matter of getting the paperwork done. But, do I have a motion to accept?
Our recommendation is to award it to Camco for the base bid of $3,830,813.28.
On top of that, you got engineering
This is the
fees.
meeting that I attended the other
Yes.
day,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, this is, this, y'all opened the bids, I wasn't in town that day, this is the day y'all opened the bids.
Yeah. And you're happy with?
There's 125 creek crossings.
Were they the low bidder or?
Kimco, yeah, the three bidders were
That's the.
Kimco, Coakley, and RBIS.
Let me just run through this.
Yeah, run through
I'll
it.
just read
Please
it out
do,
loud.
I'd like to.
All right, on February 3rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. a bid
They were
opening
3 million,
was
this company was 4
performed.
million, this was 5 million.
But are they reputable?
Mhm.
Are they good company?
Yeah, Kyron said they're a good company.
Okay, okay.
A bid opening was performed to receive bids for the wastewater improvements project. The project was publicly advertised twice as required, and 3 qualified bids were received as listed below. We received a bid from Camco Incorporated, Coakley Company, and RBIS LLC. The bid tab is attached in your packet. We recommend the city move forward and award the project to the low bidder. Based upon bid results and the contractor's bid eligibility, our recommendation is to proceed with awarding the project to Camco in the base bid amount of $3,830,813.28. The base bid is approximately $17,000 over the projected construction and contingency cost. If the city approves the base bid as is, the city would be responsible to pay that overage,
$17,000.
$17,000. But that would allow the city to do the full project, as was planned 3+ years ago. This award would be contingent upon loan closing and ANRC approval. So if one of those things, 2 things didn't happen, you would be able to, you wouldn't be held responsible for the contract amount.
Right.
But you just went through all of this with the attorney and you just, all the paperwork signed, so.
Is there a beginning date and an ending date?
We'll set that at a pre-construction meeting once loan closing takes place, so probably construction probably start mid to late April, maybe May, depending on how long paperwork takes. And then I believe I believe the contract was set for about 1.5 years after they start. Now, that doesn't include rain days, so there'll be some delays there, but I believe it'll be about 1.5 year project.
Well, I just watched them build a highway and it took forever.
Yes, sir.
No.
And you said that Camco, that's all they do, is this kind of
Yes,
service?
sir. We've worked with them on several projects of this size, identical to this. We have several going with them now, so.
And let me explain one more thing in case you don't understand it. The $3,830,000, that's his, then we gotta pay the engineer, design, the inspection fees, and the bond attorney fees. That's where the
That's where the
4.25
4.3.
million, whatever it was, comes in. I'm not looking at that exact number, that's where that total comes in. All their fees are on top of this.
But all in with that, we're still on 17.
Yeah, and y'all need to approve this, and y'all need to approve the $17,000 overage, because that will come out
If
of,
everything goes.
yeah, y'all need to approve that, and then that 17,000 will come out of our operating money, not out of the sales tax, or out of the bond issue.
Correct.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to proceed?
I'll make it.
Okay. A motion, I have a second. Roll call.
Alan? Yes. Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Next,
Ben,
yes,
you need me?
no, I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for being
Thank y'all for being
Thanks,
here.
sir.
The fire truck
Thank you, man.
that is in the shop. Okay, here's where we are to this date. The guy that we were working with, his wife fell deathly ill, and he's been in the hospital all week. It's up to y'all what you wanna do. Who's the record guy, Eminem? He found a new engine that can be here in 6 weeks. It's 40 grand plus $15,000 to put it in. So you're back at $55,000 to get the other one rebuilt and have it put in. Because the price he's quoting is the engine without any labor, and he said it's 150 hours of, anyway, come up 15 grand. 100 hours, $150 an hour, and then $2,000 record bill to move it from Conway back to the shop down there if you wanna move it. He has got an engine in a truck that meets all the specs, that's a used engine that would not be rebuilt, that he will pull and take up out of them and they'll put in for $15,000.
And he'll give us how long?
A year, he said a year, right? A year warranty on the engine. And what he's warranted on the engine, if the engine fails, he'll give you $15,000 back. He's not gonna pay you cost to get it put in. I don't know exactly, if you look at their bid to rebuild the engine up there, it was $12,000 labor. Plus, the radiator we're not sure of, they don't think you need a new radiator, but the radiator needs to be taken out and sent to the shop and make sure it's okay, because you had 600 codes on the computer that engine been overheating. I don't know why we let 600 codes go by, but anyway, there's 600 codes on the computer that engine is having a problem. Right now, the truck is tore down in Conway in the shop, sitting there waiting on y'all's decision. I haven't done anything.
Me and you not talked extensively about this other day?
Yes, but because I had a councilman that wanted to bring it before the council, I have not done anything.
Yeah, okay. And what I was saying the other day was, my recommendation was, if we're getting a 1-year warranty on the engine, where we're messing up on them engines is not running them enough. They sit too much and they're not running enough. Them trucks, they need to be run. Would we go with the $15,000 thing, get the truck brought back down here and have it swapped, or take it up there, however you wanna do it on that, whatever's our best deal, and go with a $15,000 way out.
What's all this?
That is bids that they looked at on some more used trucks, if y'all wanna look at that.
Here's what I don't understand, okay? Guys, we are not a big city, I don't understand this. Why are we getting bids on trucks, just like the one that it's too big? We're a small city, I don't know why we're getting bids on trucks like this. How often do y'all run 4 to 6 people in a truck, in a truck?
Every time the regular truck's fire.
No, you're running 2 to 3 trucks, and you should be pulling your other 2 as well. Not 4 to 6 people in one truck. I don't get it.
They just pulled you these pictures if you wanna look at another truck instead of putting an engine in. I'm not telling you what to do.
I'm not
To me, you
throwing
bought
down,
a truck,
I'm not throwing down the fixing the engine part of it, I'm just trying to figure out why I got bids on trucks for,
they didn't, they just went online and
Big
looked
city.
at what these are. These are not bids, this is on garage, whatever, that's got the used trucks. I don't know what your wishes are. You're in the middle of something, you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do.
You
Either
almost
box it
bet.
up and bring it back home.
You almost bet that radiator is plugged up because it's sit there way too much through its life. It ain't got that many miles on that truck.
How many miles was on that truck, do y'all know?
But it had less than 100,000 on it when we got it, and them were million-mile motors. But there ain't no way I could,
that one wasn't.
no, I mean, there ain't no way I would put a motor of any sort in that truck without taking that radiator to Ashdown or whatever and having them ride that thing out.
The place at Conway said they'll pull it, and there's a company in Little Rock that does those big radiators. But he said,
There ain't no way.
he said, I wouldn't touch the truck no matter what you do till you get the radiator checked to see. Cause you either had a radiator or a water pump, he said, going out on the truck or out on the truck or something caused it to mess up and didn't pay attention, but I don't have an answer to this. Y'all
Well,
just go ahead and tell me what you
if
wanna
we
do.
buy a used engine from Donnie, here's the deal, we're gonna get everything on it, which is called basically a long block. We're gonna get all the stuff, and so if something inadvertently burned it up, like sometimes the shafts will spin on the spline, on them diesel engines that they've been sitting, they'll spin and sitting there idling, that shaft will be just fine, kinda like an old ceiling, or an old fan that it'll run on low speed, but on high speed, the shaft run off and leaves the propeller, or impeller, or whatever. And so, by getting a whole different engine, we're possibly taking out of play something that we might not would catch, other than get a rebuilt engine and then start putting our water pump on it, our other things on it or whatever, and then we'll check the radiator and we should be good to go for a long time, plus we got a 1-year warranty. It's a no-brainer to me. And, I mean, I know a lot about trucks, but I'm no genius either, and it's not my money, it's our money, so.
Well, you're probably gonna be, we got $12,000, if that does, I don't know, Terry, if I listen to the guy, and I'm not trying to say, but the guy told me it was gonna require more on taking the cab off to put a full engine in it than it was to rebuild the block in the frame of the truck. So you're gonna have a little bit more money on tearing the cab, y'all tell me, I know.
Right, but the potential stuff that I just got.
Yeah, it's all in there.
It's all still gonna be in there, whereas if we do it the other way, we take that stuff out of play.
Well, you only got two choices. You either gonna fix it,
Scrap it.
or you gonna scrap it. I mean, it's not gonna hurt your ISO rating, you don't got credit for 2 pumpers anyway, but, I mean, if the rest of the truck's still in good shape, there's no sense in not spending this little bit of money, just put it back in play.
Is the engine blowed up?
It's not, it's a massive rebuild. You ought to see the pictures. You come down by the store and he sent me pictures of it tore apart. It's
What
not.
he's talking about doing is doing what they call an Invoice. And they drop the crankshaft out the bottom, they pull the sleeves out the top, drop the pistons out, put some new sleeves in it, slide the pistons back in it, and it's called an end frame. But if you do an engine swap, you effectively get an outer frame.
Yeah.
So, which all the incidental things that we may or may not know, for instance, you may have a tensioner pulley that is not working quite right, that's causing your water pump to act up. There's a lot of different scenarios that can happen, so
Are you
you're better
talking-
off with a whole different engine.
Is he talking about the motor?
Yep.
See, I just had a water pump put on my 7.3, which is a big engine, and it's $600. But they also found that the thermostat was not opening all the way, and that was causing some of my problems.
Yeah,
There could be some little something.
It's not little. They've got the engine tore apart. It's not it's not, the parts in it's not rebuildable.
What he's
You
saying
look
is
at
what
it.
I'm saying, though, if we get rid of what we got in there and put something whole set there.
Yeah, that makes sense, then, if you already got the engine tore down.
It's tore down, it's, you come store, I'll show the pictures of it, I didn't think to bring it up here tonight, I could probably look it up on the email, but.
Donnie will be doing this install.
No, right, if you want Donnie to do the install, you'd have to pay him for whatever, and Donnie gonna charge you $2,000, go get the truck, bring it down here, and then he's somewhere between 12 and 15,000 to put the engine in. There's not gonna be their cost to rebuild labor at where we were right now with them was 12 grand. And then put the engine back together with all the parts. I don't know how much it's gonna be extra to get them to pull the engine. Y'all explain to me, I've never done one of these, it's gonna cost more to pull the engine completely out of the truck than it was to rebuild it in the truck. So,
I
you
just
got
say
a little,
we'll
so you're
be-
gonna have a little more labor up there, but you won't have a towing bill to bring it back to Donnie.
The
Do we have-
motors come from.
But we won't know what that total is until,
The motor will come from Donnie.
Donnie's gonna pull for 15,000, Donnie's gonna pull a complete.
price and comment.
Yeah, that's what I say too.
Tell me what you wanna do, that's all I'm asking.
I wanna know the price.
Of the labor.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty, if that guy up there is gonna charge us 10,000, Donnie's gonna charge us 6,000, it's gonna obviously answer, the question's gonna answer itself.
Well, Donnie's, now, I don't know whether Donnie's gonna charge you to pull that engine out of that truck, but Donnie said if he had the truck down there and had the engine down there, the mechanic down there said it'd be $100 hours and $150 or right the reverse, but anyway, it's $15,000. Now, I don't know if you're gonna pay,
We
the
talking about,
15,000 gonna get the engine
we're
pulled.
talking about
and
60
delivered.
series Detroit, right?
Yes,
Okay, so you're talking about
Who's Donnie?
7, 8 hours
M&M record,
to jerk it out.
M&M record. currently.
record at Kirby.
McGuire.
Oh,
McGuire.
okay.
They'll do it at their shop if they do it, we'll do it at the shop at, is there a
Shell
mechanic?
Gurdon,
Gurdon?
plus the diesel.
Do you want what I think we should do?
Yeah, just make a motion, everybody you wanna do it, I don't, tell me.
I make a motion that we buy the engine from Donnie, so we rule out all this incidental stuff I was talking about. But we also, which I think we're in agreement on the radiator, that is a big deal. But we get a price on what it will cost them to install that engine or Donnie to install that engine, and we compare them numbers and we go with our best option, and we authorize you to go with the best option.
Okay,
That would be my motion.
do I have a second to that motion? And I will call all of you and tell you what those numbers are before I do it. But, I mean, what he's saying makes sense, but I'll still call you and tell you what that number is. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Johnny? Yes. Jimmy? Chris?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
Okay. All right. RBIS, this is the high service phase monitor and Hilltop and Twin Bridges phase monitors. $6,850.51.
Yeah.
This was back what you were referring to earlier.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is fixed, yeah.
Takes all the phase monitors.
That's all the phase monitors at all three of the lift stations fixed. That was $6,850.51. Have a motion to accept that?
I'll make that motion.
Roll call?
Alan?
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
The high service pump we talked, at the river. This is the labor, $19,926.50. This is everything to put that in at the river. We'd already paid for the pump and the motor. No, this is RBS, the other work he did. This is the turbine pump at the river. There should be two bills on there.
It's right here. That one you just had over 6,000.
The 6,000 and you had 19,000, you had two bills for them.
Yeah. But I don't know. Oh, yeah,
The one for 6 is.
We already done, I.
You You done the 6th, you need to do the 19th.
Yep.
Do I have a motion?
That's that one.
Any questions on it?
Oh, I remember this, okay. Yes, I'll make that motion.
Have a motion to accept bid on, replacing
We've
turbine pump.
discussed all
Yeah.
this again.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes, twice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Put
I
it in the
second this motion.
You seconded, roll call.
Alan,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
Johnny.
Butterfield, this is the motor that I talked to y'all about.
This
before
the
we-
difference?
Butterfield is a swap out of the 125 horsepower. And this, he strictly charged you the difference in what he charged you for that. He gave you full credit on that rebuilt motor that he took back. And this is a difference in a rebuilt and a new motor. We've got a brand new motor set. $8,578.42.
That's pretty.
Got a motion to accept.
Yeah,
That was pretty
Have a
nice.
motion, second.
I'll second it.
Who
Who
made
made the motion?
Johnny,
Johnny?
roll call.
Johnny,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
Alan, Chris.
Yes.
All right, Hempstead County Farmers Association, our incinerator is out. This is a new natural gas incinerator.
I've had that on one a long time.
Long
time.
It's not cooking very well. We will still have to get a gas line on this. We're gonna put a shed over this when we get it in.
Two motors?
Sir?
I replaced 2 sets of motors on that thing myself when I was there.
This will be a natural gas turbine. We're gonna run a gas line over there to it. And also, when we run the gas line over there to it, we'll get a gas line into the, animal shelter. So we get off propane and get on natural gas in there.
How big was this one again? Yeah, I thought that was.
And we will be applying for and working on through this, we'll have to get an air quality permit. We've got to get an air quality for that old one or this one, either one, so. We don't have one, but the law's changing, we'll have to get an air quality permit working on. Got a motion?
I'll make it.
Second?
Yes.
Roll call?
Johnny,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Alan.
Yes.
Next up, Philip.
I believe I got all y'all the ordinances we talked about in the December meeting. I got y'all those, y'all go through there and highlight any questions y'all might have. Try and get a few of them approved tonight.
This guy right here, well, you won't have it unless you brought it from last meeting. So.
All right, is there any questions on the ordinances? I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
Gave it 2 minutes ago, Billy.
Huh?
Gave it 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start, I'm good with the, I'm just telling you my opinion if y'all can hear me. I'm good with the one that says the lease law, we gotta have that, I mean, is it already ordinance or not?
It's already in ordinance already.
Okay, well, all right. I'm good.
I mean, that's pretty standard.
This is in that though, you know, I mean, that's all, that needs to be. The one about, the only one I had a question about, and if I'm wrong, I'm up for talk, debate, I do not like, it's just my opinion, the one about making somebody spay your dog. You got, I mean, I've talked to different people, and you know, you got people that pay high dollars for a dog for breeding purposes, and you wanna say they have to be spayed if they live in that city, I don't like that.
No.
That's just one of my opinions.
Nate and Shauna had that happen to one of theirs.
No, they're wanting to say you have, if you're in city limits, you have to
Oh,
spay or neuter your
hell
dog.
no. Not no, but hell
That was just
no.
my thought on it. And I am, and I may get bashed over it, I am for the no bulldogs in the city limits. Pit
I
bulls.
am too,
I am 100% for that.
I am too.
I'm trying to get through it as cause I had some notes here.
That's the only one.
Well, the no bulldogs, I'm totally for, the leash law, that, I mean, that's basically if you got a dog off your property, right? Okay.
Yeah, if you're out walking, you have a dog with a leash, not just walking.
Right, I get that.
I'm for it, 100%.
Alright, and then but the spaying, your own, you know, making, kinda taking your rights away from you on that. You know, cats, I go with it on cats. So, let's change it to cats.
Can you do that? Can you do it? I mean, yes, you could.
Yeah, I mean, cats is one thing, but
Then we have a rat problem.
And then the one about, let's see here, we already have that in the monthly, Chris, about the hogs and the goats and sheep. I mean, it just says you can't have more than.
It's not to the, we had one
Yes.
in there, but it's not as in-depth.
I like this, I mean, it's just saying you can't own more than 3, I like
I had
that.
that one revised.
Okay.
Right,
It's a bit low and just made it what they call it now.
right,
I mean,
right.
and
That's what
I
like.
like it too, cause it tells you like if it becomes a nuisance and you got animal crap 15 foot, I mean, there's rules there, I like that.
What about
Everything else
horses
is
and
already there,
cows?
it's just updated.
What about horses and cows? Because several of us have farms in city limits and we have horses and cows.
That's not in here.
That's all
Okay.
sheep and goats.
All right, I
It's
don't
not
have a
a
sheep or a
lot.
goat,
Yeah,
It's
I'll
not
see
a
you.
and I
problem.
don't have a pig.
Brenda, it's not a problem, I'll tell you one reason it's not.
Yeah, those are not.
Under Arkansas agricultural laws and stuff, I mean, they protect farmers pretty stinking
Yep.
good.
And if you have enough land, it don't matter.
Yeah. Ain't that right, Johnny? They look out for the farmers pretty good.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, the one here you have wrote up, I mean, and I guess we could go into it and look, but you know, I said the American Bulldog's the big one. Looks like a pit bull.
Mhm.
And then the
Yeah.
pit bulls, this says bull terriers and American Staffordshire.
Terrier. Yeah.
So I mean, is that the big one? I'm not,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
I know
I'm
one
not good with
thing,
those breeds, my dogs are like this.
I know one thing, Dr. Wright does not like you to go a specific breed.
I agree, I know he's
He wants to go with vicious dog, any
Right.
breed.
That's
But
fine.
he is,
So.
he does not want you to go start naming a
It
specific
leaves it in
breed.
the eye of the beholder.
That's one thing that I was,
Yes.
something I didn't talk to you about, that's one thing that you should do, is it really shouldn't name any specific breed per se. It should